Alright, week 4 of Halloween. I'm sick of this shit. Gonna be watching Mayoiga. May. I'm gonna be watching The Lost Village. Suggestion coming from a viewer on one of my friend's Twitch streams. Really getting popular out there, I guess. I'll leave his stream in the description, I guess, if you want to jump from watching shitty anime to Pikmin speedruns. I don't know anything about this. I just haven't heard anything good, and that's all I need to know to be all in. Her name's Soy Latte. They're all going by their gamer tags. There's a huge cast of characters, and not a single one of them looked interesting. They're all fitting into like a one character trait stereotype. You can see right off the bat. I'm confused. Are they all going to this mystery hidden village or whatever to start new lives? They go to this place that policemen don't even know, but they just have a regular bus driver. They don't have like their own specific bus driver. It seems like it's a bit of a plot hole that they wouldn't just have their own driver, or that the organizer wouldn't just drive. They basically just threaten them that if they leave the village, they'd have to die because they can't tell other people about it. But you just have a random citizen, a random bus driver, is the one taking you there and learning all about this. Yeah, who wouldn't love this bland ass capri wearing polo shirt? You know what? His competition's fucking gunners and a machete, so never mind. He's pretty hot. What a really dense, shitty main character, making Yuki and the pussy from Dead Man Wonderland look like real heroes. I love children that are full-time personal investigators. Bro, you're cooking vegetables. Let's make it less erotic, please. How? That has to be getting lost in translation somewhere. If they think Judgeness and Jack are the same name. He was in elementary school prison for years. How would you not recognize him for the first 2 days? I don't understand. They had him build a system and then leak the data, and so they erased him from society. I don't understand what any incentive any of those guys would have to just fuck over a freelance systems engineer. Seems like a very well thought out character. Excited to see more of him. Yes, now is a perfect time for titties. Hey, we found him! Alright, cool. Pretty happy ending. We found the missing guy, no problems. What's the point of doing the hand signs if you're just gonna shout what you're doing anyway? Oh, don't point your finger at her. Simp Boy's gonna stand up for her and end this argument. He's gonna donate to her OnlyFans and moderate her Twitch if you say another bad thing about her. Oh my god, they actually fucking called it the Sixth Sense. Holy shit. No. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh. I just need her to be like, yeah, and whip out a DVD copy of The Sixth Sense. Oh god. Wow. A lot of these shitty horror writers need to be sued. I hate this fuck. Yes. He's the dumbest motherfucker. Everybody in the show has exactly one character trait. His is being the dumbest motherfucker on the show. Fuck's even the point of watching this anymore? Fuck you. Good, murder him. Stab him. Shoot him. Oh no. Oh god, they're being attacked by the worst CGI I've ever seen. That's a pretty big fucking bee. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking gross bee. Oh, it's a titty. It's the worst titty I've ever seen. I don't even know what this guy's afraid of. What is that supposed to be? Oh my god, he is afraid of titties. And I think what he's afraid of is everyone laughing at him wearing loafers, shorts, and a suit jacket. I don't know why he'd be afraid of that. But I have a gut feeling. Don't care. I don't care about the details of the toy that made you embarrass yourself. You're like 3 minutes into this flashback. I already know where it's going. Come on. Get there. Yes, another fucking sing-along. Give it to me. What's your plan? Yeah, okay, no, that seems about right. Do you have any sort of evidence to back that up at all? Does that make any sense even in the story? Because I don't feel like it does. They don't even know for sure if she is a ghost. They think she's a ghost, and if they get rid of her, all of the monsters in Supernatural will also go away. That'd be convenient. There's just no logic in any of this shit ever, and I hate it. It's also like the third or fourth show I've seen where a character had a twin, and that's where all the confusion came from. It wouldn't surprise me if she has a twin too. Just throw another fucking twin in there. If she lost her cousin in this village and that whole village experience, that would be a traumatizing enough scar to see it as a monster. So I'm assuming that's true because this expert PI, this detective, this genius 15-year-old or however the fuck old she is the one that said it, so it has to be true. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. She would absolutely have hang-ups if her story was true. Is he afraid of abstract art? What the fuck? What? That looks good. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, and they can see him. It's just pretty much because of all the inconsistencies. That seems like a kind of abrupt ending. They just go down the list and check off boxes. Alright, I'm staying, I'm leaving, I'm staying, I'm leaving, and it just ends. Cool. It'd be funnier if they ran out of gas, because, you know, they've been using the bus for the last few days. Oh, it just ends there. Cool. 2 abrupt endings for this one. Awesome. So, I don't actually feel like there's a lot to be said about this one. Wasn't very good. It wasn't as in-your-face terrible as some of the other ones I've seen, but definitely not good. The CGI monster, terrible. Pretty much always a terrible choice. If you're thinking about making a CGI monster, just think of doing something else instead. There were a lot of loose ends and inconsistencies throughout this, which is super annoying. Like it's not as bad as some of the other things where I had a very hard time sitting through it and actually watching it. This was bad in a sense of I can see like, all right, yeah, they did this. Why did they never go back to it? Why did they never revisit that and actually solve that issue? For example, the one cat chick said that she could see dead people, but then she said she can see people that are about to die, but then she said that she can see people that have a death wish, and they kind of weren't clear on what she actually could see, which by itself is stupid. But she sees the main character at one point like flickering or some shit, and that's where we discover her power, and they just never revisit that at any point. I don't know if that was supposed to be like this bullshit red flag of, oh, maybe he'll die, but they never went back to that in any capacity. They never revisited that main character, the Masaki, I think the main female in this. Episode 1 or 2, I think it was episode 1, is before they even got to the village, was talking to the other main character, and she said that she has like these nervous tics, and she has to, she has to step on all the black squares in the supermarket, and she has to walk on the curb on the sidewalk, and she can't step on the cracks, and like very superstitious kind of OCD things that she did. And then they forgot about that for the next 11 episodes, and that never mattered ever again. And I don't know why they even bothered to show that in the first place. Why do it? The very beginning of the first episode and the end of the last episode were both just going down a roster of characters and just showing us one by one their gamer tags and their singular personality trait, which drives me fucking nuts. I hate characters that are just one trait personified. Terrible. Especially when the show revolves around characters' past traumas. You would think it would be really easy to build up a character when the whole show is based on characters' past traumas. But instead, they just had, like, the crazy one and the married, the lovey-dovey couple, and the dumbass main character who's a pussy. That's his attribute. He's a pussy. Having all these one-dimensional characters line up and just one by one say, "Here's my name. This is my character attribute. Next," is a shit way to set everything up. It's a shit way to write all these characters. It's a shit way to end the series, saying, "Hey, it's me again, the sad character, and I'm gonna stay in the village." Great conclusion. Good job. It also felt like majority of these characters were just like fluff, just filler shit thrown in there. The lovey-dovey couple did not need to be in the show at all. Soy Latte, I don't even know what her personality trait was. It's just her name was fucking Soy Latte. Didn't need to be in the show at all. Like, there's just no reason for, I would say, probably like 10 of these characters to even exist. It just made it more difficult to keep track of who's who and who's actually important, which was annoying. All in all, I think the best way to describe this series, just one word: forgettable. This show, to me, is the definition of a forgettable show. I already don't really remember any of the characters' names, except for, I think, Jack and Soy Latte. The village, I don't even know the name of. I already forgot. Nothing was very impactful or good, and there was so many nonsense characters, and they're all going by a gamer tag, and 3 of them had the same name. It's all just forgettable. So I didn't really hate it. I can't give it a 1 out of 10, but I can already tell immediately, 5 minutes after watching the show, that by next week I'm not gonna remember any of this. None of this mattered. It's not a worthwhile show in really any capacity.